Hey, how much?
$100.
What the?
What you're looking at right now is the deepest gold mine on Earth. It sits in South Africa's northwest province. It's called the Mponeng Gold Mine. Mining operations began here back in 1986. Today, its shafts plunge to an incredible depth of more than 3 miles underground. Every shift, miners ride high-speed elevators, switching lifts multiple times, and it takes about 80 minutes just to reach the deepest work zone. At those depths, natural rock temperatures soar to about 140 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. That's far beyond what humans can tolerate. To keep the tunnels workable, giant systems pump in slurries of crushed ice every day, cooling the air down to below 86 degrees Fahrenheit. The tunnel walls are reinforced with flexible sprayed concrete and further secured with steel fibers and diamond-shaped mesh. But even with all that, conditions remain harsh. Still, the rewards are enormous. The mine produces around 22,000 pounds of gold each year. On a typical day, nearly 50 trucks and 50 excavators are working at once, making it the largest gold mining operation on the planet. As of December 2019, experts estimated another 36 million tons of ore lie beneath, with the potential to yield over 680,000 pounds of gold. And with so much still underground, you can't help but wonder, if they just keep digging, could they actually drill their way through the earth?
People need their Britney Spears.
Something wasn't right, yeah. Oh, baby, baby, I shouldn't have left.
Do Shakira?
Can't you see? I'm at your feet. Whenever.
Rihanna.
Where? Let me have it. Where? See me do me der. Celine Dion.
There were nights when the wind was sad, let my body froze in bed at night. Listen to it right outside.
This is officially the most dangerous job in the world. One wrong move and a 10,000-degree fireball swallows you whole. This is high-voltage switching. Protective gear? It barely helps. That's why they work in pairs. The second guy's only job is to hook you and pull your body out of the blast. Would you risk your life for a paycheck like this?
When he started to roll, I didn't have any lyrics prepared.
What was the song where you talked about that you liked black silk stockings with the line running up the back?
I think that's Ain't Talking About Love.
Yeah. When I was working at this radio station, women would just line up because like Van Halen would come to the station.
And everybody had the seams, right?
Every girl had black silk stockings on with the seam
and
running
that was
up the
history
back.
for all the wrong reasons, too, because at that point in time, I wasn't taking care of most of my homework like I maybe should have oughta.
Right.
And they were rewinding tape in the studio, and our producer at the time, Ted Templeman, said, "Dave, are you ready to do the middle part?" And I said, "Sure." Well, I always say sure. And when he started to roll, I didn't have any lyrics prepared.
Right.
And there were a couple of gals sitting on the couch, on the other side of the glass, and I just started talking to them.
Wow. So it just happened by accident. I mean, just like just off the top of your head.
Which is the scammest insurance brand in the United States? Most Americans might know that the most trustworthy insurance brand in the USA is USAA. So, which is the scammest insurance brand in the United States? 5th place, Progressive. Progressive is the Flo advertised giant with deceptive name-your-price tools, frequent rate hikes after claims, and aggressive collections, tasting like bait-and-switch regret, high CFPB complaints for unfair denials, 3.2 out of 5 average satisfaction, and 2,025 reports of lowball settlements. 4th place, Farmers Insurance. Farmers Insurance is a Midwest player with endless claim delays, lowball offers, and non-renewals after claims, charged like profit over customer, high complaint index, 0.84 in 2025, poor JD Power scores, and frequent reports of denied legitimate claims. 3rd place, Geico. Geico is the gecko-hyped cheapie with software-driven undervaluations, bad faith claim denials, and aggressive medical bill disputes, bloated like multi-million verdicts, frequent lawsuits for failure to settle reasonably, high CFPB gripes, and 3.0/5 ratings for claims handling. In the second place, State Farm. State Farm is America's largest insurer with deny and delay tactics, forged waivers, and claim manipulation. Feeling like good neighbor scam, AAJ 2025 ranks at number 4 worst for Katrina-era fraud echoes, 600+ regulator complaints, and low payout rates. Before announcing the first place, comment in the section below the brand you think is the scammiest in the United States. The brand ranks first is the scandal-plagued giant with deceptive practices, hidden fees, and claim denials, rotten like profit-first excess, high CFPB complaints for unfair treatment, 3.0/5 satisfaction, and frequent lawsuits for bad faith handling. That's nationwide.
What happens if you never stop traveling in space? No destination, no turning back. At first, you'd leave the solar system, passing planets, asteroids, and the edge of the sun's influence. Then you enter interstellar space, the vast region between stars. After thousands of years, you might pass nearby star systems, each one separated by light years. Eventually, you'd cross the Milky Way, a journey taking millions of years. And then, you leave the galaxy behind. Now, you're in intergalactic space, where distances are measured in millions of light years. You might reach another galaxy like Andromeda Galaxy, but only after an unimaginable journey. And if you keep going, the universe itself is expanding, pushing galaxies farther apart. Eventually, distant galaxies would move away faster than light, becoming unreachable forever. Over billions of years, the universe would grow darker, colder, emptier. No matter how far you travel, you may never reach the end. So, if you could travel forever, would you keep going, even into infinite darkness?
I am confused. Being philosophically consistent and being a very honest person, I'm sure you can tell me where God came from. In addition, once you've told me where God comes from, please try to clarify how you can figure that a spiritual force can have an impact on a material universe to create it.
All right, your question, where did God come from, assumes that you're thinking of the wrong, obviously it displays that you're thinking of the wrong God, because the God of the Bible is not affected by time, space, or matter. If he's affected by time, space, or matter, he's not God. Time, space, and matter is what we call a continuum. All of them have to come into existence at the same instant, because if there were matter but no space, where would you put it? If there were matter and space but no time, when would you put it? You cannot have time, space, or matter independently. They have to come into existence simultaneously. The Bible answers that in 10 words. In the beginning, there's time. God created the heaven, there's space, and the earth, there's matter. So you have time, space, matter, created a trinity of trinities there. Just, time is past, present, future. Space has length, width, height. Matter has solid, liquid, gas. You have a trinity of trinities created instantaneously, and the God who created them has to be outside of them. If he's limited by time, he's not God. The guy who created this computer is not in the computer. He's not running around in there changing the numbers on the screen, okay? The God who created this universe is outside of the universe. He's above it, beyond it, in it, through it. He's unaffected by it. So the concept that a spiritual force cannot have any effect on a material body, well then I guess you'd have to explain to me things like emotions and love and hatred and envy and jealousy and rationality. I mean, if your brain is just a random collection of chemicals that form by chance over billions of years, how on earth can you trust your own reasoning processes and the thoughts that you think? Okay, so your question, where did God come from, is assuming a limited God. And that's your problem. The God that I worship is not limited by time, space, or matter. If I could fit the infinite God in my 3-pound brain, he would not be worth worshiping, that's for certain. So that's the God that I worship. Thank you.